Why do I have to get dressed up if we're just gonna stay home all week?
Because we are having guests over.
Oh, we are the ones in mourning. I should be allowed to wear whatever I want, and I want to wear sweats.
Stassi, please don't give me any lip today. We're doing this for your uncle, please.
I got that, Mom. I miss him too, I don't understand how suddenly pretending that we're religious is gonna help honor him. He wasn't even that religious anyways.
Stassi, stop. Just stop. We don't have time for this right now. We have to get ready.
I'm sorry, Mom.
It's fine. Just finish eating quickly and get dressed.
Okay.
We'll see. How was the train, Eden?
Fine, Mom, really. I just slept the whole way down. Are you okay?
Yes, honey, I'm just sad.
I know, Mom. We all are. I miss her already.
Me too, dear.
Where's Dossie? Haven't seen her since August.
Oh, she's probably in her room. Dossie! Isaac and Eden are here!
Hey, I'll be out in a minute.
I'm going to clean up the rest of the house.
Eden, Isaac.
Hey, baby sister.
Hey, Dad. It's too bad about Uncle Albie, isn't it?
Yeah, he was too young.
I know. How's Mom dealing?
I don't know. Fine, I guess. She hasn't been herself lately. She just moped around and cried all of last night. I don't think she ever went to sleep.
Poor Mom.
Do you guys even remember Albie? I only remember him visiting like once when I was like 5.
I remember when I was 12, he told me how to play pool. Mom got so mad.
So, how long are you guys staying?
A week, that's it.
Why?
Well, we have to.
I mean, I have to, but you guys don't. You're adults now. Mom can't bitch about you being good Jews.
Dossie, it doesn't matter if we're being good Jews. We're here for Mom.
No, and that's totally cool. Just, if I had an apartment and in the city and a job of my own, I would be gone.
Dossie, why are you so cynical? You're not used to understand it now, but it's just what we do. Respect is an important part of our faith, and you should know that.
I didn't mean it like that. It's just, you know how these things get. They're so annoying and weird.
What do you mean by these things, Dossie?
Well, you know, Jewish things.
This is how we grieve, Dossie. Just because it's Jewish doesn't make it any less desirable.
But isn't it just so inconvenient? Eden, don't you have classes? And Isaac, what about work?
Of course, we're missing out on the important things, but it's just what we have to do.
I'm sorry, I just don't get it, I guess. So, how's college, Eden?
It's pretty rad.
Rad? Since when do you say rad?
Oh, I picked it up from my Leaf sisters.
Excuse me? You're what?
My Leaf sisters. You know I'm in a vegan sorority, right?
I didn't even know it existed. What are your Leaf sisters?
They're my fellow sisters in the fight against animal cruelty. We've held a bunch of demonstrations on and off campus. I've been writing a bunch of pieces on veganism for our campus newspaper. They're getting a lot of attention.
Really? Wow, I never thought of you as a vegan.
Yeah, I just feel so much more healthy and rejuvenated. When I'm with my Leaf sisters, I feel like I could just connect with nature. I feel like I could just live in the woods and really enjoy nature for what it's meant to be.
So, Isaac, how are you?
I'm good. You know, we're working at CNN now.
Yeah, I mean, it's not like you don't remind me that every time I see you or
So,
anything like that.
Dossie, what are you up to?
Well, I was trying to be on the newspaper at school, but since I'm going to be home all week, I think I might miss a deadline to hand my piece in.
So why can't you ask a friend to head it in for you?
I don't know. I probably wouldn't make it anyways.
Well, what's it about? Is this it?
Yeah, but I don't want anybody to read it just yet.
Relax, Dossie. We'll just be the leader.
I don't know. I don't think I'm going to write anything.
Why not? Come on, it's easy, Dad.
I don't know. I just don't know what to write about.
Are you sure you don't want my input? All the internet saying make my input on their pieces all the time.
Yeah, Dos. I'm always helping my Leaf sisters with their journalism projects. Isaac and I are pretty qualified to help with the high school newspaper.
I don't know. I've been brainstorming a bunch, but just nothing's coming to mind.
I know what you mean. Have us all writers. I get it all the time.
Yeah, maybe you guys can meet at another time or something.
She's just overprotective. Have us all writers.
Yeah, she'll be fine.
Hadassah, you got so big, didn't you? I remember when you used to be up to my knee.
Moisha, stop it! You're embarrassing her. Hadassah, I made some squash coolers for you and your mother. We were so sorry to hear about your uncle.
Oh, thank you. You can just put that right over
Oh,
there.
sorry, wasn't here! Oh, Shaina, dear, I'm so sorry.
Shaina, I never got a chance to meet Albie. Could you tell us about him?
Well, he was really mischievous. He was always getting us into trouble. I remember once when we were maybe 10, we were watching Tarzan and we got inspired to play our own version of Tarzan. And in the house I grew up in, there was a light fixture that hung from the ceiling. So, of course, Albie thought of the genius idea to tie a rope to the light and swing from it. And being the 10-year-olds we were, we didn't exactly have enough upper body strength to hold onto the rope long enough to swing. So, once again, Albie thought of another genius idea to tie the rope to my neck and swing like that. And it seemed like such a silly idea, but it made so much sense at the time. So we tied the rope around my neck and we jumped off the couch and the rope snapped and the light came crashing down on top of us. And when my mom came in to yell at us, her face turned so red. I remember to this day just how red her face was. And at the time it seemed so silly, but looking back, Albie just always thought of the craziest ideas. I really miss him.
Oh, Hadassah! I'm so sorry to hear about your uncle. He was always so funny, always getting us into trouble. Oh, I got you your mother some hummus. Oh, thank you. I don't know if you ever read any of your uncle's work. He had a magnificent way with words. I thought this piece should speak to you in particular. Yeah, thank you.
No. I went to visit Albie a few months ago in Iowa. And mind you, my brother is probably the most right-wing person I've ever met. So naturally we've had several disagreements. But the one thing we disagree with the most were our respective stances on gun control. Mine being that there shouldn't be guns in a household, and his being the opposite. So, when we were planning my visit, he mentioned he wouldn't schedule any gun safety classes for the weekend I came. And I said, no, I have nothing against gun safety. Schedule a class and I'll go to it. And I did, and I never realized just how educated my brother was on the subject. His main point was, it's better to be a coward than it is to kill someone. He said never to fire your weapon unless in dire situations. He spoke for 30 minutes straight on all the different parts of the gun and safe places to keep it in a household with children. And it meant so much to him that I came. It seemed like such a simple outing, but I could tell it truly meant the world to him.
Where's our ruler?
It's right here, Titzel. Relax. I'm so sorry to hear about your uncle. He was such an amazing writer.
Thank you.
Albie was always really great at telling stories, especially those that weren't true. And if you were to ask him what had happened with the bull at the farm, he would give you a suspiciously different version of the story, which made him appear suspiciously innocent.
This is so surreal.
I know. All these people came to honor Albie. I think it's so sweet.
I was just talking about how they all act like they know me.
Hadassah, they do know you. They're all from Shul.
I don't know any of these people. Do you?
Of course I do. I can name each person here and how we know them.
I don't want to compete. I thought Albie didn't know half of these people.
Dossie, what is so hard to get about this? This is all for Mom and for us. It's a chance for us to talk about him and remember him. It doesn't matter if any of these people knew him.
I guess I just don't get it. I don't know any of these people. How are they supposed to help comfort me? These people are all calling me Hadassah. That's not my name.
Hadassah is your name. Dossie is just your nickname. These people have every right to call you Hadassah. I don't get why you're getting so upset about this. It's just a name.
You don't get it, Eden. You have such a pretty name, and it even fits with you. It means nature, and isn't that what you're all about? My name means Myrtle Tree. I looked it up. It's not even a tree. Eden, it's a shrub. A short, little, awkward shrub. And I don't want to be known as a shrub for the rest of my life. I feel like everyone in this family has everything figured out, and I don't. I'm just an awkward shrub that's never going to grow.
Dossie, don't say that. I'm sure Mom didn't mean to call you a shrub when she named you, so don't take it personally. Just relax. I'll get it. I think this whole Shiva thing has gotten to you.
Hello, is Dossie here?
Yeah? Are you here for the Shiva?
Oh, yeah, yes. Hey, Dos.
Hi, Jen.
I brought some goldfish. My mom said I should bring food.
Yeah, I guess we do. Finally something I can eat. I love goldfish. All we have to eat here is food I can't pronounce. Do you know what ruglock is?
Yes, it's delicious. My mom never buys it for me. Can I have some?
Please, I don't know how we'll ever eat all of it. So, how's the newspaper? You're the editor, right?
Yeah, it's pretty cool, I guess. Do you plan on submitting a piece? We'd love to have you on our team.
Well, I want to, but I just don't know what to write about.
Well, you can write about any problem that's affecting teenagers. What's affecting you now?
Well, this, I guess. You know, this whole sugar thing?
So write about it.
But how do you just write?
I just sort of put my thoughts on the paper and it just sort of works.
I feel like it's just too easy for everyone else. Everyone in my family has this amazing writing talent, and I don't have diddly squat. Shouldn't it be genetic? Shouldn't I have been born with some amazing writing talent to express how I think and feel? My mom has this great way of telling stories. I don't think any kid was as lucky as me, my brother, and sister were. We got the best bedtime stories. She even wrote a couple of children's books. Did you know that? And my uncle, too. He was apparently a great political writer. Although my mom won't let me read anything that he wrote. They're all about guns. I just don't understand why I can't express myself the way everybody else can. You know how we read those books in English and we have all those different symbols and double meanings? Why can't I do that? Why can't I write a story that's also an allegory for the Red Scare? Why can't I tell a story with 5 different symbols that all just sort of happen? Why can't I write?
Huh? Sorry. This ruglock is so good. Okay.
I don't know if any of you know me, but I was Albert's college dorm mate. I think that man never ran out of pranks to pull on me. There was this one time, we went to this Korean restaurant back in the day when no one knew what Korean food was. So Albert orders kimchi. The waitress warned him that it was spicy, but you know you can't deter Albert once he has his mindset, even if it's on some spicy Korean cabbage. So his kimchi arrives, and he takes one bite, and I swear, his face turned red. But he claimed it was delicious, and not spicy in the slightest. So then I took a bite, only to realize how horribly spicy it was.
My favorite memories of Albie are the ones we don't tell a lot. You remember when he taught Isaac how to play pool?
He's the reason I picked up Smokey for a little bit.
Oh, I was gonna murder him for that.
I remember that.
Oh dear, you do? I tried so hard to hide it from you and Darcy.
Mom, it wasn't very easy to hide. I remember he told me once I had a strangler's hands. He said they were big enough that I could look into it as a profession.
Yes, well, he was always the black sheep, but he was too charming to get in trouble for it. He was always really good at the violin.
Really? I never knew that.
Oh yeah, he was just wonderful. He made it all the way to nationals in this competition our parents made him do.
That's so cool.
Yeah, it's funny actually. I brought it up a little while ago and he said, I hated playing the violin. I only did it because Mom made me.
Of course, Albie would be the one to be exceptional at something he hated doing.
I really miss him.
He was a great man, really.
Despite his minor setbacks, he was also a fantastic writer.
I miss him too, Mom.
Dus? Where'd you go?
Oh, hi, Mom. I just went to work on my piece for the newspaper.
Oh, honey, I completely forgot. How's it going?
I don't know. I can't really think of anything to write about. Why didn't you ever let me read any of Uncle Albie's pieces?
Well, your uncle didn't exactly write children's stories.
But he was my uncle, and I only got to meet him once. And here I am thinking this family writing talent is for everyone in this family, and I never even got to read anything that he wrote.
Darcy, I didn't want to raise you on his beliefs.
And what if I agree with his beliefs?
Darcy, now is not the time to talk about this.
Why not?
Because I said so.
Mom, this is exactly the time to talk about this. Why won't you let me?
Go ahead, Darcy. Read what your uncle had to say about guns. I could care less anymore. I just wanted to raise you right.
Well, I did read something that he wrote. You did? Yeah,
How'd you get it?
that guy gave it to me.
You read this?
Yeah, Mom. I think it's beautiful.
This was always my favorite of your uncle's work.
Could I read it for everyone?
Sure, honey. I think that'd be really nice.
Could I read something for you all? It's my uncle's piece. It's the only one I've ever read, but I think it's pretty good. Identity is the most sought-after quality in the human race. Throughout all of history, man has tried to find their identity. The true idea of who you are is a hard one to struggle with. People have sectioned each other off into different political parties and religions. We box people away because of their appearance and traits. People put so much weight on their names, the things others identify them with. When in reality, identity is a human experience. Identity is not what you find in your life, but how you come to find it.